Hit that join button, fuckers. All right, phase 3.5 of Lightside TV. It's fucking brutal. I'm not even going to discuss the battles themselves because it just serves to infuriate me. Here is Near Miss on the Reek. Pretty close, no cigar. But instead of wallowing in my losses, I'm just going to go over the state of the galaxy for a little bit. So we finally got some information, a decent amount of information. Basically, hurry up and wait. But we got some information. The Galactic Legendaries, or whatever the hell they're called now, aren't going to come out until March. So we have time to hoard, to farm, to do whatever. You got plenty of time to boost up the existing Resistance and First Order tunes, and then wail on the new ones that are forthcoming. General Poe, or not General Poe, Resistance Hero Poe announced yesterday. Assuming he'll drop next week, because today is already Wednesday. I doubt that. Well, you never know. They might do a 2-day turnaround. Who knows? So we'll see. But without question, Resistance Hero Poe coming out mixed with Finn, Resistance Hero Finn, and his little tweak are going to absolutely destroy Darth Revan in Arena. So, yeah, I mean, Darth Revan's going to basically become a third-tier meta now. Gas probably will be resistanceable, maybe, we'll see, but definitely going to change the landscape. They announced 2 more capital ships, a First Order and a Resistance one. My money is on Holdo. A little bit of a dark horse pick because presumably they'll release some sort of General Leia Organa. Not super keen on that. I kind of prefer it to be Holdo, honestly, but I guess they kind of have to bring out some sort of a new Leia, because we have 2 Leias and we haven't had one in quite some time. Don't be surprised if you need those capital ships for the Galactic Legendaries also. We saw with the gas event that it required both characters and ships. So don't stomp up and down, if we end up needing the capital ships for the Rey and Kylo battles, respectively. They are going to be very difficult, I'm sure. So with that, I'm also assuming that the First Order capital ship is going to be Hux. I would like to see a Snoke character in the game, despite everything, but who knows? By the way, these ship battles are fucking stupid. Stupid. In fact, I'm gonna actually speed these up a little bit. Yeah. So, and with all the new additions that hopefully will affect GAC and Territory Wars, don't be surprised if a new Territory War map is finally released after 3 years, basically, of the same boring fucking map with the same amount of teams needed, depending on your bracketing. At that point, we will have, 6 or 7 capital ships, right? We got 3 dark side, 2 light side, so 5 plus 2, yeah, right? I think that number's right. So don't be surprised if we see an expanded GAC and or Territory War map to accommodate the new fleets, hopefully some new character teams. The landscape, so to speak, of the game probably going to change a significant amount within the next 6 months. Also, it's circumstantial, but I think that the release of 2 additional capital ships might hint further at the possibility of a forthcoming ships raid. A lot of us have been speculating about that for quite some time, myself included. and it is circumstantial or maybe even confirmation bias that I think these 2 additional capital ships are going to add a little bit of weight to that supposition, soothsaying speculation. Not really sure who or what the reward would be from ship's raid. I'm assuming it would be a Death Star raid. Wouldn't hate to see the Death Star as a quote-unquote capital ship, because that would be fucking awesome, but that's highly unlikely. Also, the trailer for the final season of the Clone Wars dropped today. I didn't realize it was going to be the final season, but it looks to be pretty jam-packed. If you haven't seen the Clone Wars cartoon, I highly recommend it. It's very good. It's very dark in certain points. A lot of people have been worried that this game will come to an end relatively soon, but I genuinely don't think that that is a worry right now. Disney can still make a lot of money with a lot of different media, and likewise, CG can do the same. They still haven't released anything from The Mandalorian, which is probably is the most popular Star Wars content out there. So they could make a whole... I would actually really like to see them make kind of like a Rebels type of thing, where you need to whale or farm the characters on the team. Like you had to whale on or farm up all the Phoenix characters, and then you used all those Phoenix characters for the Grand Admiral Thrawn legendary event. So I would really like to see CG create Mando, Cara Dune, Greef Karga, IG-11, Baby Yoda in some fashion, preferably as a summonable tune for The Mandalorian. And then you would then have to use those tunes for the legendary event, being Moff Gideon. You're still short one character on that, so maybe Queel, although I'm not really super keen on Queel as a playable character. He's a great character in the show, but maybe Queel, you never know. Maybe he'll be like a passive tune. I mean, we have several passive tunes, and I was highly skeptical of passive tunes working well or being fun, but I was proved wrong. Hyoda, great tune. 3PO, great tune. Wat Tambor, great tune. 3 of the better tunes in the last couple of years, so they could make it work. Really quickly, anecdotally, I really don't like splitting up all these different tunes and these different missions, because I feel like 3 limp dick teams kind of just does a giant disservice. So there's plenty of content to be released in Galaxy of Heroes. Again, going back to the Clone Wars final season coming out, they being CG still haven't tapped half of the potential quarry in the Clone Wars, and that doesn't even include the upcoming Clone Wars final season, which is due to come out at the end of February. I mean, there are 100 tunes and events that they could theoretically release from the old Clone Wars seasons, not even getting into the new Clone Wars season yet. So there's definitely a lot of content still to go around. The poster for the final season has the trailer too, has some really cool new clone looks, so that would be fun. More clones. A lot of us want more clones. McMole, I'm sure, is squirming with a little bit of a chubby there, looking at the poster with all the new look clones. There's still a lot to do. I said this in one of my live streams the other day. I would love to see more clones, and then I would love to see a Pong Krell release to just absolutely rape those clones. So there's a lot of content still to go around. And hopefully, presumably, a lot or all of the new content that is hopefully forthcoming will help us all with Lightside TB, because holy fucking shit, this is just demoralizing. It is honestly just demoralizing. Um, yeah, I don't even know what to do. Like, granted, it's phase 4, even though a lot of our shit is still in phase 3. It's just it is a little disheartening because it's so fucking difficult. The irony, of course, being that a lot of my friends have reported a lot more success with much weaker teams. Like, I've seen guys on Reddit, the subreddit, saying that they got 4 out of 4 with G12s. Like, I don't understand that. By the way, I went with JKR lead because a lot of people were not complaining but questioning the Basso lead, and I need the extra offense because this is not a very offensive team. It actually doesn't do too terribly. I just unsurprisingly get stuck with Geos in wave 3. So that is where we are. Anyone that spends on this game, you know what you have to do. You know you got to work on the resistance in First Order, including but not limited to the new ones that are coming out. So, don't put yourself in a bind by not farming, or if you spending on those tombs, because these galactic legendaries are going to be difficult. There's going to be it's an all new event. So it's newer and probably more difficult than the Malik event, the gas event. So they are not going to be easy. They're not going to, make us work and farm for 3 months to make it easy. I mean, look at the way Lightside TB goes, right? I think that the number of people that unlock the new Rey and Kylo on the first attempt is going to probably be similar to that of Gas, probably erring on the side of fewer people unlocking first attempts. Because, you look at Lightside TB, Maw 1 is going to get like 20 stars and the max is 36. That's not the best strike rate. So, you consider yourselves forewarned. I'm not really sure what else we can do besides farm up, relic up, gear up, mod up. The problem is you're being pulled in 4 or 5 different directions. So if you're free to play, you should be mad because it's going to be really difficult and take a very, very, very long time for you to get these new legendaries. Because you're not going to just need one team. You're going to need several teams, like on the gas event. You need no fewer than, 3 teams for that one? But I am excited because I always love new characters. I always love new events, new comps, new synergies. So I am excited about that. I can't wait to see who and what we get from Clone Wars. I really, really, really hope that they capitalize on some of the older Clone Wars characters that are not yet in the game. Because, there are a lot of really, really good options. If you watch the Clone Wars trailer, you'll see Admiral Trench. He's a great character, although he's a fleet commander, so I don't know that they'd add another one right away. Pong Krell, great character from the Clone Wars. Pre Vizsla, Bo-Katan, Mandos. Everyone knows I love Mandos. No surprise. There's just a crazy amount of characters that they could put in. And they've, admittedly, CG have gotten pretty good with designing kits. I'm very impressed with the complexity of the kits and synergies. That is probably the most exciting thing about the game, because a lot of the OG stuff is just smash and grab. That's not really that fun. But all of these super intricate, complicated kits are, I definitely 100% without question think are the best part of this game, because they make you think. And a lot of people have commented like, oh, Mando, you suck because you're so used to muscling through things and not really thinking. And that's totally fair. I do often prefer to muscle through things and not really think about the strat. But the complex kits and everything and the level of difficulty force you to think and hopefully learn the strats and kits and play better. So it's really for our benefit that these kits and synergies are complicated. Yeah, that's my stance on it. I'm not happy with very many things, but I am very happy with the level of complexity that CG are putting into kits and strats and synergies. Yeah, I don't think anyone can really complain about that. Sure, maybe you could complain about the difficulty. Look at LSTB. I mean, people are getting blanked with full R7 teams. That's frustrating, admittedly, being one of many of those people that get blanked with full R7 teams. But what are you going to do? They said that this was meant to be a marathon, and it very much is. I definitely think it'll be a lot easier when the new characters come out, and this time next year when I max Ki-Adi-Mundi, he'll make it a whole lot easier, because everyone is kind of noticing that Jedi suck in Lightside TB, and Galactic Republic Jedi suck even more, especially when you have to have 2 full Jedi teams for most phases, and then you have sometimes a Padme team. I mean, it's tough. Even at the tip of the spear, our rosters are being spread a little thin. So you guys are not alone. We can all commiserate together. And with that, I think after this devastating loss to Geos in Wave 3, I'm going to speed up the end of the video. I'll still talk a little bit more because people get annoyed if I just cut the audio out. So we'll speed it up going forward, and then let's figure out what else we should talk about. So, all right, we're speeding it up. Don't ask how many Ki-Adi-Mundi shards we're getting, because I honestly don't know. Yeah, just kind of plugging along. But it's the one good thing is that some people with full G12s are managing to do it. I'm just the asshole with full R7s that can't seem to do it. So, it is what it is. Ships are fucking brutal in Lightside TB, man. Everyone's just spread thin. What else can we talk about? This is really frustrating, by the way, because, I mean, I got one soldier. I come close to getting the other soldier, and I just can't get the DPS going because I'm constantly having to revive and heal people because the Geo train is just running. But what are you going to do? What other characters could we see? What other characters? If you're a fan of the Clone Wars, post in the comments below what Clone Wars tunes you'd like to see. My top 3 picks would be, and not necessarily in this order, Ponkrell, Brie Vizsla, and let's go with Bo-Katan, just because Double Mandos, Bo-Katan, Kryze. That's what I want. Let me know what you think as we finish out this awful, devastatingly sad TB here. Oh, come on, just die. Thank you to all my channel members. Really appreciate you guys. We got 17 or 18 now. Hit that join button down below if you want to join also. I'd really appreciate it. And then watch me get blanked with everybody else here. This is what I mean about splitting up the teams, having 3 limp dick teams. It's not pretty. GR gets blanked right here. I got double snipers, double B2, B1, and a commando. There's no way, even with actually in fairness, even with a fully stacked GR team, I don't think I would have had a shot at this one, because that's just fucking unfair. 2 snipers, 2 B2s? Come on, man. Look at this. Look how quick that went. Ugh, awful. Just awful. Alright, let's go to the last one. Everyone's had luck with this except me. Maybe I just fucking suck. I don't know. Same thing. 2 snipers, 2 B2s, B1 and a commando. There's no fucking way, man. There's no fucking way. Like, even if I switch I do the AoE, maybe I should have switched the turn meter to R2, but there's just no fucking way, bro. How the fuck am I supposed to do this? I gotta get B2 out so I can keep my fucking buffs up, but can't even do that. Everybody's fucking dead. Everybody's fucking dead, bro. Look at this. Oh my god. It's brutal. Well, see you later.